When we live at our best, we humans are incredible. People have picked up a car to save a life and have climbed Mount Everest blind. My favorite story is of the super dad who pushed his son in a wheelchair to the finish line of 1,000 road races, including 72 marathons and 257 triathlons. Isn't that amazing? My goal today is to remind you of the power of human potential and encourage you to tap even more fully into your own greatness. I will give you the tools to overcome any obstacle by developing a winner's mindset, go over the latest neuroscience research on effective habit forming, and finish with the idea that cultivating a high-performance life involves treating yourself like a high-performance athlete. 12 years ago, I poured myself into a goal of making it to the U.S. Olympic trials in track and field. Day after day, no matter the weather, you could find me outside running hard, running long, doing drills, or tweaking my form to maximize speed. Week after week, I raced my heart out for 800 meters. Second by second, I got faster and faster until the final race came and I stood on the starting line full of nervous excitement. I gave it everything I had and still came up 2 seconds short. A few weeks later, a friend invited me to jump into a new sport called obstacle course racing. And I was like, sure, I could use a mental break before hitting the track again every day for 4 years until my next shot at the Olympic trials. Little did I know this new sport would change the course of my life. From a personal trainer trying to make the U.S. Olympic trials in our free time, to a full-on professional athlete competing around the world. Sure, I'd straight up failed to make the 2012 U.S. Olympic trials, but the fitness and speed I developed from that track goal, along with the strength I had from carrying weights for my personal training clients all day, set me up well to succeed in the new growing sport of obstacle course racing, leading to a professional career that has lasted longer than any career in track and field would have, with more sponsors and chances to travel, along with opportunities to compete on NBC's wildly fun obstacle show, American Ninja Warrior. You see, a pursuit that ended in failure still created a disciplined athlete full of good habits. All I had to do was adjust my training to get the technique down for the obstacles in this new sport, like climbing a rope and flipping a tire. And I was on my way to a better athletic future than I had ever imagined. And what a ride it has been, with plenty of highs and a few lows too, of course. Like that time I ran straight into barbed wire. I was super focused on the slanted, slippery wall ahead because I had a goal of becoming the first woman to run up it without using the helper ropes. So I was looking up, not down, when bam, I felt mud on my face and barbs in my skin. Once I realized what had happened, I pulled the barbs out of my body, put my mind right back where it was, and still hit my goal of sprinting up the wall, rope-free. And in doing so, I gained confidence in knowing that even when things go wrong, I can still achieve what I set out to do. And so can you. Think about a time when life threw you a curveball, when everything was going fine, and then something smacked you down out of the blue. You figured it out, right? You've survived 100% of your worst days. Maybe your mistakes aren't as ridiculous as running into barbed wire, and hopefully yours aren't broadcasted on national television like mine was. But each setback still makes you stop and think. You always have a choice, to give up or go on. To me, a winner's mindset means believing and acting as if you will win. You will make it to your goal. It's simply a matter of persevering. Olympians get injured all the time as they figure out how much training their body can handle. They push their bodies to the max and sometimes go too far. When an injury occurs, they scale back, go to physical therapy, work through it, and then carry on, treating injuries as an inevitable part of the process of hitting their athletic potential. Although injuries aren't fun, everyone loves a good blooper reel. So I'll share a few more of my favorite falls. Even though each fall temporarily hurt my body and my ego, I don't regret a single one. They say most people regret things in life they didn't do more than things they did. And besides, the lessons I learned from those falls led to this. The feeling you get from being on top of your game is hard to beat. 8 years ago, life was good as a professional obstacle course racer. I was competing consistently on American Ninja Warrior, winning obstacle course races, signing hundreds of posters that my sponsor, Cliff Bar, had made of me, and living the dream. And then, my husband and my biggest supporter, Tim, received a cancer diagnosis, and it shook my world. Tim had a super long surgery to pump chemo into his abdomen and remove his diseased spleen. He stayed in the hospital for 10 days to recover. After sleeping on a cot in his room each night, I remember doing dips off his walker, focused on doing what I could do, no matter the circumstance. It certainly wasn't easy, but I knew that in training, consistency is key. Without working my muscles, they would lose strength, whether the reason for not working them out was a noble one or not. What's the lesson here? Keep showing up. Keep laying a brick. Same in life. Show up for coworkers, partners, kids, friends. Show up for yourself. Do what you need to do, even when it's hard. When others give up, show up. It will pay off. Fortunately, Tim is now 8 years cancer-free, and we both left that experience with a renewed sense of gratitude for life and all the wonderful opportunities each day brings. The year after Tim battled cancer, I had my best year yet as an athlete, which is a testament to the power of human resilience, a type of true grit that lies within each of us. Thank goodness the mental strength we gain from one hard experience helps prepare us for the next one. Because a year and a half later, we had a baby. Yay! And that baby kicked my ass. I went from world-class athlete to overwhelmed new mother, battling postpartum depression. I juggled anxiety about getting back to a competitive racing level swiftly enough so I wouldn't lose my sponsors, and along with them, my livelihood, while trying to be an overachieving supermom. One day, a few months after giving birth, I was out for a run and feeling exhausted from middle of the night baby feedings, wondering when I was going to feel normal and energetic again when I looked down at my watch to see my pace. How can a run this slow feel this hard? I thought to myself. Just then, my watch died. It was the third watch to completely die on me like that in a short period of time. I couldn't believe it. I looked up and said out loud, "Are you trying to make me quit?" But then I decided that no, I was not going to take it as a sign to quit, but rather as a sign to stop running with a watch that filled my mind with negative thoughts on how slow my pace was. So I ran watch-free for a while, tuning into my body and no longer trying to force a big, quick comeback. After making the mistake of being overly optimistic on how long it would take to return to peak condition, I learned the need to add a dose of realism when it came to setting a timeline for a goal, reevaluating along the way and adapting as needed. A few months later, around 10 months after giving birth, another particularly tough day for me started out around midnight when I competed on American Ninja Warrior for the first time as a mom. I looked into an NBC camera on the set of Ninja Warrior in Minneapolis and said, my goal was to be the first mom up the warp wall, and then proceeded to fall within the first few seconds of my run. I felt so defeated. On top of that, on the way home from the airport, my car died because I was too caught up in parenting and training to notice the check oil light had come on a week prior. Sitting on the side of the freeway with our baby reminded me of when we were kids and money was so tight that sometimes we ran out of gas. 5 or 6 of us kids would jump out and push our old station wagon down the street to the nearest gas station. These childhood experiences taught me that obstacles will always show up in life, My family used teamwork and quick action to solve the problem and move on. With creative, critical thinking, we can take action steps to overcome any obstacle standing in our way. This childhood lesson came in handy in high school when, at the state track championship meet my senior year, as I was lacing up my spikes before the race, I realized one of my shoes shrunk. It was suddenly 2 sizes too small. My mind raced. What? How? And then I remembered my roommate was also my 4x400 meter relay teammate, and we had all decided to get matching cheetah print racing shoes for the big meet. I must have grabbed her left shoe. I shoved my long left foot into her tiny shoe, laced it up, and cleared the mistake from my mind. Remembering the skills of adaptation I learned as a kid, I ignored the thought of my foot bursting through the shoe with every step, jogged to the start line, and raced exactly as I would have in my own shoes, racing the half-mile race in 2 minutes and 14 seconds to win my second state championship. Mind over matter. Even with plenty of life lessons from childhood to lean on, a supportive partner, and a cute baby to snuggle with, the postpartum time period was tough in many ways. I wanted to bounce back with an inspirational story for other mom athletes, but somehow I found myself scraping and clawing my way back instead. Either way, I kept showing up and eventually made it back to competing as a world-class athlete again, more grateful for it than ever. On my toughest day, if you had told me I would be back to competing at a higher level than before giving birth, going strong and competing for Team USA now into my 40s, which is rare, I actually would have believed you, because I never let the dream or the drive die. My daily actions lined up with my belief. I held on to a winner's mindset and continued to train at the highest level I could because I believed it was simply a matter of time. I was committed to the goal. Some people stopped believing in me, definitely, but that just fueled my fire. The only person who has to believe in you is you. Parenthood taught me many valuable lessons, like the importance of patience and perspective, the need to anticipate obstacles as an inevitable part of any process, along with the need to adapt, learn, recover, and persevere in the face of them. Rather than waste energy beating myself up, I learned to look at setbacks with curiosity and an analytical mind. This classic lesson is worth repeating. We cannot always control what happens to us in life, but we can control our reaction. Shall we talk about habits? First off, what are habits? Many people think a habit is an action, but a habit is not what you do, but how you do something. According to research in the book Good Habits, Bad Habits, the key feature of a habit is that it works outside of our conscious awareness. Unless your name is Oprah or Elon, we can all level up at work and in life by transforming our habits and our environment to set ourselves up for success. The key is to create friction around the habits you don't want and flow around the ones you do. For example, if you want to stop eating a cookie right after work every day and eat fruit instead, create habit friction by putting the cookie bag out of sight in a cupboard. Create habit flow for the new desired behavior by making the action easy and attractive. Placing a big bowl of colorful fruit on your counter should do the trick. And then keep the fruit bowl each week full so you can repeat the desired behavior enough times that it happens without thinking about it. As soon as I come home, I grab fruit. Let's go over the concept of habit coupling or habit stacking. Let's say you want to add a 20-minute run to your morning, but when morning comes, you keep forgetting or just don't feel like it. If you already have a habit of walking your dog each morning, then if you lay running clothes out the night before and put those on before walking your dog, you can go straight for your run after your dog walk. Stacking a new desired behavior, going for a run, on top of an existing habit, walking your dog, something you do every morning at the same time, every day without thinking about it, can help. You'll still have to consciously remember to start your run as soon as you're done with the walk, but with enough repetition, You'll find yourself running after the walk without even realizing it. Success. Why take on great habits? Because you are a high-performance human. My college coach encouraged us to treat ourselves like a high-performance machine. He said to bring to practice the best body that you can, one that is well-rested, well-nourished, and well-hydrated. You are in a high-performance job, and your body and mind need top-notch care. Like a race car that needs the best fuel, you need high-level nutrition. Creativity and productivity aren't fueled by Cheetos. Invest in treating yourself with excellent care in body and mind. You have an important job here. You help small businesses achieve their dreams. And from what I can see, you're already really good at it. You work together as a team to get the job done and done well. It's human nature, however, to want that next level, to be curious about what more we could accomplish with our talent and skill, to never settle. It's important to feel grateful for what we have, yes. No one likes feeling stuck, though, especially when we know of some schmuck who has somehow achieved a higher level than we have. Even though I finished top 3 in the world in my sport, which I'm totally grateful for, I hold on to the idea that I can finish first and be a world champion. So I keep trying new ways to train. Best case scenario, everything comes together for me and I end up with world gold, the absolute best of the best. Woohoo! Worst case scenario, my window of opportunity closes in a few years and I feel good knowing I did everything I could to put myself in a position where being a world champion was a real and exciting possibility. I'll look back on fond memories of chasing a big dream, and gosh darn it, 3rd in the world is pretty cool too. Failure to hit a specific performance goal doesn't mean I didn't make progress or still accomplish something to be proud of. Even when I failed, I've never regretted giving myself a chance. In the end, it's not really about whether or not we actually hit the goal. It's the excitement that goal gives us every day. Personally, I like who I become when I'm chasing a big goal. Pursuing my passion gives me energy and a bit of nervous excitement. It helps me get out of bed, plan my life, find my identity, and have something to talk about at a dinner party. If I hit the goal, that feels great for a day or two. But then I'm just gonna go ahead and make another big goal anyway because it was never truly about the goal, but the process. I know better than to expect hitting a goal to bring me instant joy. Cultivating a happy life is, as they say, an inside job. If you hit a goal yet lose all your friends in the process, who are you going to celebrate with? I believe happy people perform well, as opposed to the other way around, thinking that hitting a goal will bring lasting joy. Neuroscience research backs this up. When you pair hard work with a body and brain that is well taken care of, there is no limit to what you can accomplish. Therefore, it's important to treat yourself like a high-performance athlete. Eat nutritious food and practice quality sleep hygiene. A really great day begins the night before. Plan for the day and go to bed on time. In a few minutes, I'm going to invite you to pick up your phone and take one step toward a higher performing, healthier, better version of yourself. But first, I want you to close your eyes right now and take a few moments to imagine yourself in 3 years, living your best life. What does your daily life look like? What habits contribute to this imagined yet possible future self? For some of you, the most helpful first step toward this life could be to go straight to your alarm setting and set it for 20 minutes earlier, with a commitment to fill that time with an activity that will recharge you, whether it's journal writing, reading, or exercising. Or, since our emotional, mental state can greatly affect our ability to perform, maybe you would benefit even more from doing something that could clear your mind when you try to fall asleep at night. That might consist of texting a thank you to someone you appreciate yet don't thank often, perhaps a parent or a coach who believed in you. My favorite is to make a choice to forgive someone in order to lighten your own heart, even if they never apologized. Remember, forgiveness isn't a gift to them. It's a gift to yourself. If you can't decide between, say, more time exercising or more time connecting socially, then text a friend and invite them to walk, run, or work out on Tuesday and Thursday mornings, starting next week. Perhaps you keep hearing about the benefits of meditation, and you're ready to finally take it on. Start small and schedule an alert to do a 4-minute meditation every evening at 8 p.m. Okay, for the next 2 minutes, take an action, any action, that will move your life one step forward. Ready, set, go. Before we circle back, let's take 1 minute to send a positive text to someone we care about. All right, did you actually do both assignments? Did it feel good to take action? To finish off my talk, I want to remind you of the power of human potential, of your human potential. Continue to take action to steer your life in the direction you want it to go. Throw out the clutter in the way of your best self. Ditch the Doritos, the negative self-talk, the resentment, and the scarcity mindset. Let your inner generosity, creativity, and calm confidence shine through. Serve customers with such a high level of care that they can't help but rave about you at a dinner party and send you dozens of referrals. Maintain a winner's mindset to persevere through obstacles. Establish excellent habits. Set up your environment for success. Treat yourself like a high-performance athlete and watch your life soar to the next level. Choose to be your best self every day. Step fully into your true greatness, and you will be rewarded with a life that is better than you ever imagined, full of joy and contagious energy. And when you live a life on fire, you inspire everyone around you to live to the max too. What a stellar gift to give the world, you at your best. I mean, why settle for a blah life when you can live a bold one?